Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to the park, where it seems that my ideas of relaxing at a fun amusement park may have been thwarted. Well, let's see what we can see from this. Oh, that
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. It'd make me dizzy.
it really looks like it could make the blood run to a lot of places, man. That face. Ugh. Wow. Examine report.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Okay. Statement from witness named Norma Creed. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. And the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice. And at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked it was like a human face, smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went... I think you're missing an R there. Berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing him. uh, Stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. That's a nice bedtime story. I hope we've all enjoyed that. Oh god. Great. I've always wanted to, like, imagine
Come back.
eyeballs on...
Callum?
Right, Callum. So, we found Mr. Bear. He had a knife in his eye. So can we go now? I mean, we did what we were supposed to do. Wait. Ha! Chipmunk.
Can't get on while it's moving.
Do I want to get on? I didn't realize that. Oh. Well, I mean, I came here to have fun at the amusement park, so... Does it actually... Can I stop it? That's the thing. Well, it's almost stopped. There we go. Does it let me go now? It does! I can have a good, jolly, fun time at the... Yeah, that's the ticket. Ah, very good. At least I got to go on a ride. That's not a cave with a swan that's dripping in blood, I mean. That we did last time. That was... Wait. What's going on? Why is the... Why is it all flickering? Or, like, doing that thing? Are the G-forces, like, hitting my... Oh, phew! Good God! Oh, great. Oh, wow. I was supposed to have a good time at the park. I just wanted to go on a ride, man. Oh, God. Can can I go?
Callum!
Callum, right. Oh. Polaroid. Please be something nice, like
Oh, I remember this.
um. There is a thing in the background. I think that's the thing I saw. Just smaller. Ah, that's not okay.
Callum!
Catch me, Mommy.
So I got a feeling that I think I came from there. So I can go either there or here. So Ferris wheel or unknown, I guess. I mean, I gotta go to the Ferris wheel. I wanna go. I mean, a Ferris wheel cannot be scary. It's just the height, and then I see the world, and it's fun and dandy and great, right? Ah, I can't. Ah. Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete. I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money, but no matter how much money it talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I have had watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I have been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless, the harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Huh? The harvesting machines are rides. Great. So as we mentioned, like, someone has been at first using this place as a means to, like, harvest negative emotions from people or kids or both or whatever. And then someone else came afterward.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it?
Oh,
We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations.
so
They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
so when you gave birth to Callum, you immediately did not like him and you were disappointed. That's great. I mean, I wanted to just have fun at the park. That's some dark stuff. Like, seriously. Yeah, and here we are. Again, it's not super complex. I should try to take a left after the bumper cars to see if I can go to the Ferris wheel, because it seems interesting. But I had a thought. I was thinking of... Right, I was explaining the thingy. So later, after the negative emotions dude, a new dude came and I think bought this place and started using something to harvest positive emotions to fuel something. That's what I'm gathering so far. But then again, also this woman has issues with... Wait, there's someone there. I saw that. I still see that. That's not cool. If you come at me from the darkness, I will punch through the screen. Oh god, okay. A lot of text. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping, and most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean Steve. See? Even I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve the local lush as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park, lock up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. Nice. But then I saw him at Sussel's Diner, still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass wherever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the Sukoil station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Yeah, those shapes he makes in the ice though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up. Eye fucking me. Whatever he was doing. Great. I asked him what he wanted and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Chad, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. And I think like Mr. Winter is the dude who has been using the positive emotions to use. Ah! Great. This is a fun part. I hope I didn't peak the mic there. I might have. Sorry about that if I did. Oh man. Can we just have a fun time at the park?
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat.
Okay, I can't go through that.
Callum?
Oh,
Where'd you go?
examine device. What? Oh, right. Great. That's nice. I mean, I'm starting to think that this woman might not be like all right either, with like the regret of like giving birth to Callum and everything. So
Hello?
am I supposed to do something here?
Stop! Callum!
I can't place where the sound is coming from. Okay, maybe do something here again. It looks empty. No, okay. Do I just go forward?
Callum, where
Oh.
are you?
Okay, so that.
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Oh, you. Callum, you're a little punk who needs to go home with me, or either accident report. Brief description of the accident or incident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching to the load of the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Describe any injuries caused. Francis was killed. Great. They saw a doctor. If yes, did you? And filed an employer's portion of a workers' compensation form. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. Because of drugs? What could have been done to prevent this incident? Double checking of the straps after transit could be mandatory, and yeah, drug screenings. Yeah, okay. Photocopy. Great. Unsafe conditions have not been corrected. Additional comments. The local laborers are very superstitious and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits, right? What? Oh, great. Oh. Ha. Can we... do I go to check on that then? This is a jolly park. I mean, I remember driving bumper cars as a kid. I drove for about 1 minute, not hitting anyone, but then I was removed from the ride because I was allegedly hitting people with it. I was not a very loved kid, apparently, then.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother.
Ah.
Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met.
And you married?
I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony.
Right, electrical
I'd rather
tree.
die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Okay, so you are not indeed okay. That, if it wasn't clear before, it's clear now. But we have a Ferris wheel. It has to be fun, right? It just has to. I mean, what could ever go wrong in a Ferris wheel? It's gonna go round and it's be fun and we'll see far and we'll see our house from here and it'll be so good and jolly and fantastic. Oh, what was that? Well, I hope nothing. Okay. Okay. Do we open?
Mommy is coming, Callum.
Wait, there's a note again. And crying babies. Great. That's always nice. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin cram. Or crawl? Crawl, I guess. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. It turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plant that I am missing. Right, plants to harvest energy from people using the rides. I remember. Okay, so
Where are you, Callum?
we go here. Can you not cry? It's
Callum,
not.
where did you go?
It's not cool. Ah, chipmunk again. Great. Ah, another report.
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
Inspector's comments. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family of 3 killed when roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. 3 suicides, quote-unquote, from the top of the Ferris wheel. Child seriously injured from the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. Dozen children. 1 dozen children. That's a lot of children. That is, I believe, indeed 12, if I remember my dozens correctly. 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents mean that this is my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately. Signed, David Wolseth. Great. So maybe the deaths are the harvesting that they do. Do I need to just, again, decrease the speed first? It's odd that I need to do this, like, multiple times, but, like, hit the switch like there's not a stop button, which is weird, but... Or maybe just 1 time would be enough, I guess, but... Well, I mean, that should do the trick. So, again, I came here because I want to have a good time at the park. So, this has to be a good time, right? It just has to be. So, let's just, enjoy the view and imagine that we are flying in the air with some wings on our back and just take in the cold but fresh air of the... That's a pretty, like, mountains and forest.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank.
Well, that...
Things were different for Don and I.
Don.
When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner.
I remember that mentioned.
Came in with some workers, but
Diner.
he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died.
Oh.
According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel.
Oh.
Don was there one moment, and then gone.
Ah.
Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Fucked over indeed, yes. Well, that is... yeah. I didn't know, but I just wanted to go to the Ferris wheel. I didn't know your husband or whatever died during the construction, but yeah, that's the same diner where the chipmunk was in the, if you remember the note with that jump. Oh god, you asshole, what are you? Great. Well, I mean, that went... We didn't at least, like, die during that, and it didn't...
Don't be afraid.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Callum? Callum!
Right, we're still looking for Callum. Which, I mean, he didn't take Mr. Bear. He was, like, in that van back in the... like, on that hill. and the baby needs to stop crying.
Stay where you are!
Oh. Huh, that's an extra, like, pod for the Ferris wheel. Which has a roller coaster ticket. Hi! Ah, great. That's awesome. I really was this place was missing some rolling death thingies. Thanks. Thanks you so much. So we need to go forward then, I assume. That's okay. Focus. We are here to have
A
fun
lot of
at the
people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit.
Right, you hate
My
kids, I get
angel
it.
likes to read, and little
Yours
Johnny
especially.
is so good on the piano. Fuck those people.
Yeah.
You give up 9 months of your life carrying them. You traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave.
That's
Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... We all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
So I don't have kids, but that sounds a little harsh. You might want to just not be the like caretaker of Callum if that's what you feel. That might be best for everyone. Actually, that I considering that we are probably in some sort of like I'm still wondering if this place is actually real or is this like a place within this woman's mind. But then again, the Winters dude plot with the harvesting of emotions is a thing, so I don't know. Meaning that if this place isn't real, maybe Callum isn't like within like the care of this woman anymore, but I don't know. I can only guess. Roller coaster. I'm sure this will be so much more fun than the other stuff. I mean, well, let's say less horror-y is the point. I mean, I've had fun, that's for damn sure, but it's scary stuff, man. Oh, right. So, green light. So, again, we need to remember, we came here to accomplish one thing, to have fun at the park, so let's...
Wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Which means you don't have a trauma of that place, so maybe it'll be fun, right? Let's, yeah, let's run. Woo! It'll be great. It'll be so good. And we'll have so much good time. Can I just go? I can! Absolutely I can. That's great. Let's do this. Do 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 do. Okay.
What do you want?
Oh, what?
We need to talk about Callum.
Oh.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Oh.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Okay.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
I beg to differ.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Alone, I mean. Okay, sure, great. Can... Oh. 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 That doesn't seem... Oh, great. Oh wow. I didn't quite see what that read, but nothing good. I feel. Not safe can taste your dreams. Okay, great. Oh wow. Hi. Well, that was a ride. That's for damn sure. Oh wow. Can I go? Whew. So that sure was. Is there something in here? Oh, a note again. Okay. It works. The calculations and adjustments worked. The transport and storage mechanism seemed to be flawless. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were fueling. And so what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling dour? So what if the children are more scared than excited on the roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality. And such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key. Okay, so quick recap. Mr. Winters then harvests positive emotions or something like that from kids or people using these roller coasters and other like these machinery here, and that is somehow fuels something that could be the key to immortality. Right. That sounds really good. Can I do something about that, or maybe they're just fueling? No, that that creature mentioned a witch. Oh, flashlight.
The witch awaits.
Ah. Can I take a duct tape and an axe? I could use an axe. Can I take the axe, please? Axe would be good. I will duct tape the axe to my hand if I have... Oh, come on. The axe would be so good.
Come back!
You know it would be.
This isn't a game, Callum!
Well, technically it is, but I see your point.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him.
I would imagine
I've
it's
asked
you.
him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me.
Right.
I can save him. And there will be pain.
To
But
who?
I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Ah. I don't think you're the one to be...
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Keep them away from me.
Okay. I think that's... Oh, wow, that's a lot to take in. I'm actually out of time for this one, but I will be continuing this later on. If you like this, please do leave a like or even subscribe if you want to, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.